All right, let me see something right here. Hello? There we go. Or is it this one? New output. This could be a bull flag. All right. Looks like it's my fall right here if it doesn't start to rally. Well, it kind of already. It already fell. It broke. Hello? All right. Hopefully that works. I don't know why there's. Oh, I think I had it muted. All right. That's good. Wouldn't be a bad dip trade, but I'm good on a stock like that. think it's most likely gonna go up at 7, but I guess the chances aren't really in my favor, so I'd rather just leave it like that. If it can break over 37, you can start to see an acceleration. There we go. I think it's gonna make a newer low right here. Because no one's really buying it. So I don't think there's gonna be a stock that really pops up. Unless it's this one that's about to hit 7. Right there. PDYN. I traded this stock before. It's shortable. I learned my lesson from yesterday. I'm not. Even if it makes a move higher, I'm not going to be trading it. So it's a no trade for me. Even though the setup looks really good for a candle higher. I just don't know if people are going to be shorting. But yeah. The headline's really good. I'm gonna see if my stream is echoing. Alright. I don't know how that sounds. Alright. I think it sounds pretty good. I'd say audio's working pretty well for all streams. Looks like a good dip trade or like a short. It looks like a short to me. Big bidder right there popping up. But it doesn't want to break. There we go. Now you need to just get over 29 and you can start to see it rally. But it's struggling around the 780, 770 area. Pull back, I think. think people are just itching to trade something right now. I think the breakthrough through 350 on AIB is the at least one of the resistance, and then the second one would be breakthrough 359. But you have resistance coming in, so you could probably take a trade around here to 359 for that curl. You know what? I'm gonna take a stab at it. I don't like it. Never mind. I was going to, but the entry was already kind of already there. I was gonna get in at like 352. It's still possible to go higher, but it was just slowing down. This is a macro pullback, but this is risky because you have resistance right 10 cents from here, so around 369. You have the Bollinger Band, you have the descending resistance, and you also have the VWAP, which are 3 critical resistance points. Big seller right there. somewhat big bid on AIB at 350. 140. No, it's 14,000. Was it 400,000? No, that's 400,000. No, I think that was no, that's 14,000. Yeah, cause there's still the 140. It's 14,000 at 351. Looks like he's getting sold into. Now, if we start seeing that green, you could probably see it pop up. Moved his order. I don't know, the setup. Guess it's starting to look a little better, but not a whole lot. This looks like a flat top, bear flag, breakdown. Broke through one resistant level. Didn't fall all that down though. Still up here. CGTL popping up. Hard to borrow. Guess you have room till the 2. No, it's definitely not a trade at all. Below 2. Huge sellers on the 1 minute. And then on the daily, it's not even a good chart either. Especially since it's Chinese. And there's a 10,000. Looks like it's getting bought up though. You could actually buy here for possibly a squeeze up. But the way the sellers are stacked, the chance of that happening is really low. 110. Looks like it is going to break a bit. Looks like we have to be extra cautious with the market today. COVID going up. When this move happened, oh, market open. Well, this move happened on market open. It followed the 200 EMA or the 20 EMA, and then it came rallied up and held the 9 EMA. It was in biotech and life sciences. Need to get a better chair, bro. I'm done with this chair. It's not looking too hot. Shortable. Even if it goes to 195, because that's what the news is really about, I wouldn't take it. That would only be, yes, it's 25 cents a share if I buy right now to 195, but I mean, the risk isn't there. We don't even know for sure if it will go to 195, especially since it's shortable. And you have resistance at 180, 178 right here on the daily. So now you're hitting the resistance to 200 EMA on the daily. guess that would be actually a short trade I would take on PERF. Shorting around the 200 EMA for reversal. It wouldn't be that big. It would probably be like 7 or 8 cents. Which is like probably like $9. Looking. See if we can get over 76. 20 minutes till something might pop up. OVID looks like it's curling a bit. I think I just remember that this stock was shortable. Yeah. It's a no trade for me, even if it does curl up back to the high. I learned my lesson from the other day. ARTL. It's kind of risky up here. If we can get over A, we can get a gap and fill. The bottoming tail don't look too good. I think it's got to retrace. Huge seller for 42,000 shares. I think it's more risky right here, especially since it retraced a lot. Even though it's a bounce off the 90 MA, I don't like that sharp red candle for nothing. Good buy for the breakthrough 50 right here. But VWAP is right there, so yeah, the setup to me doesn't look too good anymore. Bottoming tail on the 5-minute. Another bottoming tail on the 1-minute. A huge red candle. Increasing selling volume. I think the trade for a bounce off the 9 EMA would have been the best. That first candle for that bounce up. Besides that, it's probably it for the move. Even though it is popping up, the selling volume doesn't look too good. It's only up 24%. That was actually not a bad entry off the 5-minute, if anyone even took that. So I guess it wasn't that bad of a trade. Maybe a move higher right here. It's kind of like breaking over and then breaking under. No, I think the best clean setup was the initial pop for that move higher. This looks like it's just gonna be another sell-off. I mean, this could be a pullback to the 9 EMA. Very much could be. Low was 592. Huge selling now on the 1-minute. I think I'm just gonna be patient and wait for another one. I don't feel like risking it on something I don't like. somewhat see the setup. 5 minute candle to make a new high. Also 1 minute candle to make a breaking point. And I do think it is gonna break. I got filled at 75. It's good watching for that break. I did see the setup. Now let's see if it did close above, so this might be a micro pullback to move to 7. I think it has to do a minor dip on the 1 minute. Oh, huge seller right there at 54. Now it's at 62. It's kind of tanking now. Couldn't hold VWAP. Yeah, I don't think I want to take another trade on this stock because the seller at 54 keeps popping up, and I personally feel like if it can stay above 650 or just VWAP in general, I don't think it's gonna make a good move, or it might do like a bull trap where it goes a bit higher and it flushes. And for the setup I was looking for the 5 minute candle to make a new high, and it did, but it didn't buy a lot, and it also made a new high on the 1 minute. So that's my setup, around 650 half and whole dollars entry. So I'm just going to be patient and wait, honestly. I do see ascending resistance on the 10-second though, which isn't too bad. Maybe if the seller gets bought into, we could see a move higher. So I think I'm willing to take a setup on that, watching the seller get bought into. I think he's around 660 right there. He's right there. So I'm gonna be patient, wait. Looks like it is gonna go higher. He moved his, so it's someone shorting. I think someone's trying to short the stock. They're starting to get squeezed. I definitely think it's someone shorting the stock. You actually could see a good setup if it can break 689, but it's about to curl down on the MACD if it doesn't make a good run right here. And you have ascending resistance on the 10-second chart right around here. It would be right around 7. So you could take a trade right here from 670 to 7, because it looks like MACD is about to cross over by the looks of it. And then it might fall down. There you go. 6. You got 697. 697 is alright. It's pretty decent. It's close to 7. Huge seller at 697. We're I don't know if it can break through this one though. I don't like how it always looks like it's gonna curl down on the MACD. Like it's starting to thin out up here. And to be honest, you had like one micro pullback, two. You had two micro pullbacks on this stock at the 9 EMA. A third one, I mean, it could be riskier, and it's most likely a third one if you count the one that went all the way down to the 20 EMA. So I think buying right now is over. I think we need to let it rest for a bit for a move higher. It's a risky setup right here. But I do see it for the breakthrough 7 most likely. This could actually be a decent it's a decent setup, but it's a bit more risky since MACD is kind of already under, and then you have high selling. You might have another pop up to 7, and then it might sell off again. But if it doesn't, yeah, it's done. There's that crossover on the MACD. If you were looking at the MACD and you kind of already saw it switched, it was red, that would have stopped you from taking a trade to 7. That's why I said it's a bit more risky since the MACD's crossed and it's 8, so we're gonna be looking for news. VMAR, I traded this stock before. Low volume. I think ARTL is the one everyone's really looking at. Bit more volume starting to come in. I don't know for what. Maybe the setup is crazy. Like on the other stock yesterday. I'm gonna look at the, yeah, It just flipped. Yeah, the setup is not crazy. It's just selling off. Yes, it made a new high, but like, no, we're not getting that crazy move. I do believe though on ARTL, if it can make a decent squeeze and make a new high, I do think the MACD would go green, and then you could break through 7 if it can make a new high. But it just seems like it's just selling off. I don't think traders really want to be trading it no more. ARTL popping up on the scanner, but there is no setup right there for me. Making back these cross, it's obviously shown that doesn't want to do that new high. I think a lot of people switched from that stock to OVID, but OVID is shortable. I think everyone's looking at it, and it wouldn't be a bad idea to take a trade, but my rule is I don't trade stocks that are shortable. So I think I'm just gonna kind of do want to end it here because I'm tired. ARTL popping up. Might start curling right here, to be honest. Still below VWAP, so I'm not going to be willing to trade this. But PDYN, why is PDYN keep popping up? Oh damn. PDYN, I think everyone's going to be looking at PDYN right now. To be honest, I don't know why PDYN doesn't put in a bigger move. Like, the headline's crazy. Like, I know it's shortable, but I feel like this stock should go like at least to 9, back to 10. What high day was not too long ago. Probably a micro pullback right here. It looks like it on the 1 minute. Most definitely on the 5 minute. Also, why do I feel like sentiment is switching? It's going from left to right to left to right. See, I was hesitant on the setup. Right there is the resistance. Huge seller. I think we're about to get a big swing right now. I'm in at 719. Stopped out. Wasn't really pulling away. I was looking for the break through 719 and a move higher, but it just wasn't really going. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. The setup was a little bit wonky. I know it was the breakthrough 750, but wouldn't be a bad idea to take another trade, but resistance right in this level, so it's kind of make it or break it.
think I'm done for today. Yeah, I'm done trading for the day. Yeah, I'm done for the day. I'm just gonna log my trade. Why did I turn that off? I'm just gonna log my trade and call it a day. I'm tired. So it was like 3 trades today. Could take another trade up here. It doesn't actually look too bad for another trade. But I think that's just a different side. Alright. I don't know why it says 13 trades if I only really took like 3. I think it's because they count the in and outs you do also, not just the entries, but like the position selling and all that. Shares traded 375, up 20, ECN fees like $2. And I think that's it. I guess 1979 is net what I get. It was another step into the right direction. I didn't mind taking those other trades. I felt like the second one was what I was looking at, but my entry was a bit too early, so I'm gonna go back and look at that. I'm just really tired right now, and I feel like my mind isn't where I want it to be at the moment. So I'm gonna go back to sleep and get ready for school. Everything looks a lot different with these off. But yeah,